This Midday Kentucky cooking segment brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath, where you will always cook in style.
Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. Chef Allison Davis here in the Wild Time Kitchen. And I'm just thinking about summer barbecues today. The weather's so nice, and it's been just great here in May, and we're going into June, and official day of summer is not too far around the corner. And I'm just thinking barbecue, grilling, and it's not what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing a side that goes with it. This is a coleslaw, and it's one of my absolute favorites. It's a super simple recipe. We've got 5 ingredients, okay? So this is good for anybody, even someone who doesn't cook can make something homemade and take to the picnic or the barbecue or, you know, reunion, you name it. All right, so we are making my favorite, which is a Poppyseed cranberry coleslaw. A lot of times I serve this on like a pulled pork slider. I think it just is a nice contrast with like the barbecue, the pulled pork flavors because of the sweet cranberries and the poppyseed dressing. And then you get this nice crunch from the coleslaw. So I'm just gonna whip this together. You guys can follow along, but again, it's very, very simple. I'm adding a few things to give it a little bit more of a crunch. I've got some green onions, scallions. I love those mixed in with the coleslaw mix. Even if I wanted to go the Asian route, I would still add in the green onions with the coleslaw. All right, so just kind of a quick rough chop on the green onions. And I always get this question in classes, is how much of the onion do you cut? And I cut just about all of it. I cut the roots off the end and I leave just a little bit of the tips, and then that I use the rest of it. So we're going in with the green onions into our coleslaw mix. The coleslaw mix you buy at the grocery store. It's coleslaw mix, so it's not hard to find. And then we're gonna add in, this is a combination actually, but dried cranberries and some dried cherries, okay? So now you're going to get this nice sweet addition into the coleslaw. And then I'm going to add a little bit of chopped Granny Smith apple. And if you, I can't even talk, I did it so fast, but I cut around the core instead of using an apple core. And then that gives me a flat side so that I can easily just kind of go back and chop my apple more consistently. So I always cut it into strips, and then I can cut it into kind of bite-sized pieces. All right, so we've got our Granny Smith apple, and that's going to go in. If you were concerned and you were going to go a little bit later in the day to serve this, and you were concerned about your apples turning, just throw just a splash of lemon juice on them before you throw them into the coleslaw mix. All right. Lastly, I picked this up at the store, but you can easily make it yourself, but it's just a poppy seed dressing. So you could go with a little bit of like yogurt, honey, lime, poppy seed, and you're honestly good to go. But if you're in a hurry, they have wonderful poppy seed dressings at the store. You're just gonna pick that up. It's a nice creamy dressing. We're gonna add that into our coleslaw. I'm going to season this with a bit of salt and pepper, and then we're going to give this a little toss, and you're going to see how beautiful, colorful, and honestly impressive this will be for a nice barbecue, because the thing about it is it's different. It's not your classic, it's not your traditional coleslaw, and it just has some nice bright flavors in it. So I think that you guys will enjoy this very much. It's one of my family favorites, so been around a long time, so I know it's a winner. Okay, so you guys know where to find this recipe. You can go to middaykentucky.com/recipes tab, and you can click there and find this along with many other recipes that'll get you going through the summer. I'm Chef Allison Davis. You are watching Midday Kentucky, and we will be right back after this short break.